Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another sequential Saturday here on Off the Shelf Reviews. I'm Ian, and I'm still in the Nam.
Oh, thanks for my introduction, Ian. You know, you didn't
Hey!
even leave me a
Hey,
window.
Gary!
Hey, how's it going? How's it going?
Well, I've been so
Get to the
so
chopper!
many times,
Get to
so
the
many
chopper,
times I've been
Ian!
left on my own. You know, it's just surprising sometimes. You
Oh, I just decided
You
today
just
would be a
turn
good
up.
day to drop in.
Yeah.
Is it going to be a good day? I mean, oh look, we're
right in the middle of the
we're
shit
being
of it.
shot at already.
Yeah.
I've been here 2 minutes, Ian, and we're being shot at.
Man, we're in the Nam, man. We're in the Nam. We're getting to the end of this game now.
What's
Probably got
the
a
year?
couple
What
levels.
year is it?
That guy just got
1967
nailed in
AD.
the
He
face.
just got wasted.
Yeah. The shit is getting bad at the moment. I mean,
That's because it's raining, right?
we've worked out now that General DM,
Who?
General King Kong, the guy that we've been sent to hunt down.
Oh yeah, that guy. that
he's
guy.
been monitoring our radio communications from the base, so that's how he's been able to knock off a lot of our supplies and kill a lot of
He knew
soldiers.
where everybody was going to be.
And Ramirez and the Special Forces team were sent out to deal with the communications, and they got nailed. So we're going in a helicopter, firing our
wow.
massive
We're
machine
going in
gun.
guns
Yeah,
blazing.
guns blazing, man. I'm just gonna be here shooting everybody. You know.
Best way to start a Saturday morning.
Yeah. Constant gunfire. Get some.
Actually,
Get some.
this could also be a really terrible way to start a Saturday morning if you're really hungover and really tired.
Yeah.
And then you've got this bloody mounted machine gun going off in your ear. And
Hey, how do you
you
think?
need some Flight of the Valkyries playing.
How do you think soldiers deal with it all the time? I hear soldiers stay up until like 3 o'clock in the morning, getting absolutely wasted, and then go out and patrol at like 6 o'clock. You know, those guys are badass.
Yeah, they only need 3 hours sleep if they need any sleep at all.
If they need any sleep at all, yeah. The enemy doesn't sleep, so we
So
don't.
we
get to
can't
sleep.
either.
Yeah. Get some. All right, I'm coming into land now. I want to keep shooting all these VC. Trying to kill all these VC, man.
What was your favourite helicopter game, Ian?
Helicopter.
A helicopter game, yeah.
Oh, well, you know.
Because there's been a long line of helicopter games until modern day shooters or modern day anything. There isn't a Desert Storm, a Conflict Desert Storm,
Desert Strike.
Desert Strike.
Yeah.
I mean, there was also, I go back to the ZX Spectrum as well. There were a bunch of helicopter games, like ones where you had to avoid all
Choplifter.
That's the one.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
one. How evil was that game? If you made it to the third screen, you were a legend.
Such a badass game.
Indeed.
Game. I mean, my favorite was probably Desert Strike.
Yeah.
And
has to be.
just for the simple fact of it was based on a war, and you had to manage your armor, you had to manage your health, you had to
Your
manage
fuel,
you manage
your
your
cargo,
fuel, your
you had to
ammo.
rescue people. There was a variety of missions and buildings to blow up.
There was
and-
just loads of shit you had to take in. It wasn't just a simple case of flying around and killing the enemy, because you fly on the wrong enemy,
yeah.
they start blasting you with anti-air missiles.
Well, Conflict Desert Strike has been on the Gaming Fridays to-do list for the longest time.
Yeah.
And then the reason why we haven't done it
Why?
is because I'm terrible at it now. I'm like, I could do the first mission, like, no problem.
Yeah.
But then as soon as I try and have a conversation with someone while I'm playing it, I'm like, oh, what was my fuel on? And the alarms start going off, and I'm getting hit by targets that I can't see anymore. And I'm like,
Yeah, you've got to manage it all.
You've got to manage it all. Indeed, yeah.
I am loving the fact, as you can see, Michael J. Fox in this game at the moment is carrying an M60 with a ammo pack.
Well, that would tear his arms out of his sockets, the poor bugger.
They call it in this game. They call it the death machine.
Well, I mean, it is.
And yeah, obviously I've just laid waste to all these people. So.
Now, I saw what happened in Rambo 4.
And I've got to remember to use my rocket pistol. Yeah, first person wants it's going to get this rocket pistol to the face.
So, Ian, big news in the movie world.
Yeah.
Especially in the geek sort of sci-fi nerd world. You know what that is?
What's that?
The announcement of a new Predator film.
Really?
Simply titled The Predator.
Okay.
And it sees itself as a quasi reboot of the franchise,
right,
as
yeah.
well as being a sequel to the franchise. So that straight away tells you no reoccurring characters,
Right.
but except for the Predator, to
yeah.
which the film is now called.
Yeah.
And as soon as the poster was brilliant. It was the tagline. It was like, "You'll never see him coming," or you
What?
or you won't see him coming.
What?
Well, it's because he's cloaked, right? So
Yeah. I'm sorry, my mind.
Mate,
my
don't
mind
let
does-
just take you back to the 80s, though. Come on,
it takes me back. But the thing about the original.
But the thing is,
Predator
you never
was-
saw no one ever saw the poster coming. There was no news that they were making another Predator film. No one knew who was directing it, writing it, starring in it, or anything.
Yeah.
And so this poster's come out, and so everyone's now going, well, when's the trailer coming out?
Right.
And so just like the poster, the trailer will literally just appear, and
Yeah.
you'll never see it coming. And it's so... How exciting. Are you excited? You're not excited? We are getting more Alien films and more Predator films in the future.
You know, the issue I have is that as I get older, I
Okay, here
get
comes the cynicism.
I
Here comes
get-
the negativity. I can
No,
feel it. I can
no,
feel
it's-
it coming already.
It's not negative. It's just I get excited over these things, you know.
and then end up disappointed. I know.
and then
but
and
that's
then
the
get
roller coaster
disappointed
ride we're on,
because
right?
Whoever's, well, I mean, okay, take the fact of roller coaster ride. You know, people are supposed to learn from what they do, from their experiences. You know, so I'm hoping that whoever's making the Predator films, the new Predator film, has seen the Predator films. You know, is understanding the lore and read the comics and is like, I'm
Well,
a fan of it. You know,
That is,
instead
from
of
what I have read, that is the case. And what they've wanted to do is expand on the Predator lore, which gives
Okay.
us more information. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, was what we said in our Predator Concrete Jungle playthrough was what we would like to see in another Predator film. And as soon as I saw this new Predator film, I know exactly what I wanted, and I'll just restate it again now for those that maybe didn't hear
Yeah.
what I had to say. But I want the film from the perspective of the Predator. I want to
Okay.
follow the Predator on his hunt. I want to learn what the Predator learns from his perspective, from who he decides who he's going to target,
Yeah.
how he's going to play with them, and how he's going to pick off people around them. I just want to follow the Predator. I don't need, all this back. We can learn the lore of the Predator just by watching one.
yeah.
Like a
Yeah.
wildlife discovery history
Yeah,
channel
definitely.
type thing. That's what I want from the Predator movie. So long as it's, they cannot do another macho man team against a Predator.
Why not? They know.
Because
They know.
they've
They
done it
know that.
twice.
Yeah, they know that works. So they're like, oh, we did it twice. Let's do it again. Hey, why don't we stick Adrian Brody in this one, just for shits and giggles?
Well, I'm excited for now because of the prospect of what they could do with it.
Okay.
Obviously, it will remain to be seen. Well, I'll have different opinions and thoughts, I expect,
Yeah,
once the
yeah.
trailer does become apparent. Or,
I mean, you know how these films go, though. They're like, okay, we're not gonna do it for the actual fans. We're actually just gonna do it for new people who are coming along. So it's very easy for them to take another macho standpoint with the films because they know that works.
Yeah.
They just, we're talking the Predator. What are you gonna do if it turns out Vin Diesel or Dwayne Johnson is the main guy?
Yeah,
Or what if the effects for the Predator films are CGI, not a man in a suit, and
That's
it comes
impossible.
and it comes off a little bit worse than the original.
I think Fox are
Oh, is it 20th Century
well,
Fox?
20th Century Fox. That's
is it 20th Century
well, of course,
Fox?
because they own the rights to both the Aliens
Oh,
and
brilliant.
the Predator.
Oh, brilliant.
And we do know that they have made some pretty bad decisions in the past, but I think they are trying to turn it around, especially with the fact that they haven't, after Resurrection and after Prometheus, they didn't rush to get Prometheus 2 or Alien 5 done. They've actually gone, wait, stop.
Right, yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Let's relook at this and look at what's just come out from the press and critical reaction and fan reaction. Reevaluate it, then come back. So it's not like they've forced out shitty sequels like they did with the AVPs. I think they've learned.
No.
I think someone over there paid attention this time.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's another point as well. If they say, look, this was a success back in the 80s, there was a reason why it was a success because we kept it hidden, because we didn't spoil these things, and it kind of harks back to is it 10 Cloverfield Lane that's coming out soon?
Yeah, that
And
looks
that is-
like an interesting film
That
as
is
well.
literally like with Predator as well. It's literally just appeared.
Yeah.
And I think that works nowadays because people are starting to cotton on that we don't want spoilers.
No,
we
absolutely
don't want
not.
quick trailers and stuff because you
Save some surprises for the film itself.
Yeah, save it. It's like with Suicide Squad at the moment. If I keep seeing all these trailers and stuff,
You've seen snippets of every action scene and you've seen the best
Yeah.
one-liners already. And it's
Batman
just like-
versus Superman and all those types of films, and it's just
Oh,
like,
they totally ruined that already with the fact that Doomsday is in it, and it's like.
Yeah, spoilers, everyone. Doomsday.
Oh, sorry. Did I? Damn it.
But
damn it.
that's
But it's already out there.
that's what we mean. The trailer is out. Doomsday's appeared, and I'm just like, right, okay, so I know Batman and Superman are going to end up.
Speaking of spoilers, I wanted, excuse my French, but I wanted to fucking murder somebody on Facebook the other week.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to repeat the spoiler because, it's not all the way out there.
Right.
But if you're a fan of The Walking Dead, you know characters on there die
Yeah.
all the time.
Yes.
But you want to experience it and have it happen to you as you're watching it. You do not want to have someone, in the minute the episode is finished, to make a GIF out of it and post it everywhere for everyone to see.
Man, you're preaching to the convert.
I know.
I fucking hate those people. I don't understand the mentality of somebody who has just watched something before everybody else.
They want to be first.
Yeah, they
First.
want to be first, and then they put up a comment about what they've just watched. Who are you? I just stood on a mine. I didn't even realize the mine was there. Who are you putting that out for? You?
Yeah.
Are you putting it out for your friends? If they're your friends, you know that you shouldn't say anything. But like you said, somebody
For the people that like to binge watch once the series is
somebody's
done.
like, I've got nothing else going on in my world, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up a spoiler about this brand new film that's out that nobody has seen yet because I managed to download it illegally before it could be seen, and
then tell everyone all about
tell
it.
everybody exactly what I thought about it. Yeah, I've had it done to me a million times, especially with The Walking Dead.
It happened to me in Game of Thrones. From the get-go, I've had spoilers thrown at me because I'm the person that will wait for Game of Thrones until all 10 episodes are done.
You're talking to the guy who's never seen Game of Thrones and yet
I
knows
know.
a lot about it.
Exactly. Well, I mean, I can. You, at least you've been in the position, Ian, where people have gone. We're going to talk about Game of Thrones. You haven't watched it. Do you mind if we discuss it?
Yes, but I've also been in the position where I'm not watching Game of Thrones and somebody literally just posts it the very next day after the episode comes out, and I'm like I said, who are you writing that to?
Yeah.
Who are you writing that to? You're writing to because you want to have conversations.
Oh well, it's funny.
Yeah. It's funny. I'm putting it out there, and what makes me laugh is when nobody makes a reply.
Yeah.
Nobody comments back.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of like me. They're pissed off.
Totally.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, whilst I've not been watching The Walking Dead, Ian, I've gone back to an old favourite TV show of mine.
Okay.
And this is Supernatural.
Ah.
It's currently in its 11th season.
Wow.
And I can safely say I don't think I've followed any other show for 11 seasons.
I don't think there's.
I mean, I could say, I watched the whole 7 seasons of Buffy. I watched all 5 seasons of Angel. I've watched all 9 seasons of X-Files.
Yeah.
But Supernatural, I mean, there were a lot of ghost TV shows.
Yeah.
There was the Patricia Arquette one.
Medium, I think it was, or
no,
something?
I think that was. It might have been Medium. There was also the Jennifer Love Hewitt one.
The Ghost Whisperer.
The Ghost Whisperer.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched a couple episodes of both of those shows, just for the girls.
Yeah, just for the girls. Well, Jennifer Jason Leigh, definitely. Yeah.
No, that's not her name.
No, Jennifer Love Huge Tits.
Yes,
right.
Jennifer Love. Yes, those huge boobs. Yes. I liked her ever since. I know what he did last summer, though.
Yeah.
Damn. That has Sarah Michelle Gellar in it as well.
Yeah.
It's a terrible film, mind. But
very terrible.
Very pretty girls. Anyway, I'm distracted from what I was going to talk about.
Huge Tits.
Yeah, Jennifer loves boobs.
But yeah, it's Supernatural. You're watching all
Supernatural,
these
yeah.
series.
I mean, Supernatural. I don't know if anyone out there is a fan of it, but I very rarely bring up the fact that I'm a fan of Supernatural to anybody because it's got a bit of a stigma to it that it's a bit of a chick show. A bit of a chick flick sort of
Two
series.
brothers driving around. They're pretty good looking.
They're very good looking guys. I mean, it is an entirely male centric cast.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, I mean,
Because all of the female co-stars that they've had have all died. They had what's she called? She's that famous geek red-headed girl that does all the conventions and all the YouTubes, and she does voice acting work as well. And I'm terrible for forgetting her name, and everyone's going to yell at me for it.
Yeah.
Lucy Day, something, Felicity Day.
Felicity Day. Da, da, da,
Felicia
da.
Day. I think that's her name anyway. And so they brought her on to Supernatural to sort of, go, hey, look, we got the nerd geek girls on here for you guys to, and then we're gonna kill her off anyway. Spoiler.
Yeah, spoilers.
But this happened seasons ago, so you can forgive me. Because I said, I don't think anybody. I don't know if I'm curious to know if anyone listening to Off the Shelf Reviews actually is a fan of Supernatural. If you managed to stay with it, because the first sort of 5 seasons was. I mean, that part of the show, that part of the timeline, it was producer, writer, director Eric Kripke.
Right.
That was, that was his baby, was Supernatural.
Yeah.
He also did, I think, the Boogeyman movie.
Oh God, Jesus.
Which I actually didn't find too bad. The sequels were absolutely horrible, but for whatever reason, I enjoyed Boogeyman.
Enemies
Boogeyman.
Yeah, the Boogeyman. The Bogeyman. And so so the first 5 seasons was his, and he ended the show pretty much on the 5th season with them battling Lucifer and being able to sort of defeat him. They paid their price.
Yeah.
Things happened.
Yeah.
But the studio was like, no, we don't want this to end. Hey
No,
fans, do you want this to end? No. Sorry, screaming girls. No, we want Dean and Sam. And so the studio was like, no, okay, so Eric, you're still going? And Eric's like, yeah, I'm out of here. I'm off to go pursue my movie showbiz.
Yeah.
Which, as I just said, wasn't too great.
No.
So the show kind of meandered in through season 6, 7, 8. It was like, okay, we've killed off all the other recurring characters now. The big bad, if you will. I mean, everyone knows what the big bad is of each season. It's kind of a Buffy kind of
big monster.
Big monster of the season sort of thing. None of them have been very impressive. So much so that we ended up with character episodes where, again, like Buffy, where the villains became the neutral sort of good guys, if you will.
Yeah.
It was like the better the devil you know than the devil you don't.
Yeah,
and so now you end up with those sort of people now, where we are today, up against something even worse. And so, like I said, the show meandered from 6 all the way to 10. And 10 got very, very interesting in the last few episodes. Very interesting. So much so that I jumped straight into season 11.
Yeah.
And it's been a bumpy ride again. The standalone episodes are just awful. I only like Supernatural standalone episodes when they're doing the break the fourth wall comedy-esque sort of moments.
Yeah.
But most of their standalone episodes are garbage when you compare them to the overarching storyline episodes that they're doing.
Yeah.
And so season 11 has been great. I'm up to date with it. I sort of binged watched it excessively this last week, and it's back on form again. And so I'm surprised that a show that's gone 11 years still comes up with ideas and stories to tell.
Well,
for instance, one of the last ones that I really enjoyed, they did there was a killer going around killing off imaginary friends.
Oh God.
And so of course you had these imaginary friends turning up to the main character.
Yeah.
And you find out that he had an imaginary friend, and he's like, look, my other imaginary friends are being killed. We need to help these children. And it cuts to these kids going in their bedrooms and seeing their mutilated imaginary friends with blood and entrails everywhere. And
Damn.
and of course you've got the Drop Dead Fred references and everything else.
Nice.
So I'm like, yeah, that was kind of cool. And then you get episodes where they're dealing with. It was so bad. I actually can't even remember. Oh yeah, it was the horror movie that came out recently that It Follows, I think it is.
Yeah.
And that's where you have sex, the ghost passes onto you, and the longer the line you go down.
Yeah.
It was the same sort of thing that they did. And I'm just like, sometimes it's so generic, but I still applaud them for coming up with ideas to do with the supernatural.
Well, it's like what you said. It's gone for 11 years. But it's not like every season has been amazing. It's gone for 11 years. From the sounds of it, just on the skin of its teeth, because the fans just keep gobbling up more and more stories involving two brothers dealing with supernatural. And, it harkens back to the X-Files.
Yes.
The X-Files
Yes.
did it for a while, and Mulder and Scully disappeared, and we got new characters.
Yeah.
Which, at the time, people thought was a really, really bad idea. But
the problem with X-Files was that Mulder and Scully seem to have forgotten what happened the week before and the week before and the week before. So Scully's constantly giving you the skepticism of, you're bonkers.
Yeah,
Whereas in
but
Supernatural,
at
least,
that was her
they'll
character.
reference and go, hey, remember we tried this against that sort of monster, let's try this against this one because it's got this connection. So there's constant, that you grow with them as they go through, so that when they come up to, they go somewhere now and they're like, right, is it haunted? They go through the entire list of things they try to figure out what it is, then hunt it.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the aspects I do like about it. It's one of the reasons why I like The Witcher. It's that game type. It's like you're up against a monster. You need to figure out its weaknesses, its strengths, and hunt it.
Yeah.
So watching hunters go and hunt stuff, it's kind of like watching Buffy and Angel on the road.
Yeah.
So, it does have tacky special effects. It also has fantastic special effects. It's a ropey show. It is very girl centric, I will say, but the humor is definitely in there.
I've always wanted to watch it, but I've never gotten around to it. And I have always loved, even though I've never watched it, I love the two brother aspect.
Yeah.
I always harken back to me. Phantasm with the two brothers.
Yes,
in that.
exactly.
The car, the road trip.
Yes.
I mean, Supernatural.
The boot full of weapons.
Yeah, Supernatural is basically like Phantasm, the TV series. I would have loved to have them seen them try and take on the Tall Man at some point.
Yes.
I reckon they should every now and again take the brothers to, say, Camp Crystal Lake.
Yeah.
Or deal with a demon that is invading people's dreams. And connect them to all these things that that your fan base actually has a life outside of this TV series, and you can bring new life into the brothers by having them face up against these things, like you said, bringing in the same monster of the week issue. You kind of what's going to happen after 40 minutes is that the brothers are going to defeat it, or they're not. And
the great thing is that throughout the seasons they don't always or they they will defeat everything.
Yeah.
But there's a price to pay for every victory that they've ever had.
Right.
And, sometimes it's a bit ongoing, like the brothers hate each other for the choices they've made, and then they get back together, and agree again that, even though they made the wrong choices, that they did it for each other and family and brothers. And, it goes around and around and around, but, the actors are growing, they've grown into the parts, they love the parts, they don't want to see it end, the writers don't seem to want to see it end, the fans don't. I'm like, how far can this show go?
Oh, it can go for as long as it can. I mean, I always laugh when people talk about TV series. I always laugh about Coronation Street and EastEnders.
Well, that's the soaps. Those are soaps.
Yeah, but they've still
like
been
Home and Away.
They've still been going longer than any other TV series that I can name. They've been going for 50 years, almost 60 years. I mean, can you tell me a TV series that has been going for 60 years, other than those two?
Has Simpsons been going 60 years yet?
No,
it seems like it.
Close, yeah. It will seem like it at some point. But this is what I'm saying. Okay, it's a soap, but that could be the same said for Supernatural. It's a soap, but with ghosts and monsters.
No.
Yeah,
it has soap-like elements.
Oh right. Oh, it has soap-like
Yes.
elements, but it's not soap. Oh right. Okay. So that doesn't make any sense.
I mean, just in terms of its melodrama.
Right. Okay. But at the same time, people.
I can't compare soaps to anything on television.
But that,
I kind of look. I do admit. I do look at people strangely when they tell me they watch soaps.
Well, but
I'm
this
like,
is
God
it.
damn, really? That bored?
They'd
bored?
rather watch realistic stuff than watch something that isn't realistic, like vampires and werewolves.
Yeah, but you kind of.
You
need something special. You need something alternative.
Some people do.
Life is too ordinary as it is otherwise.
Some people do. Some people don't. I'm a guy that has watched TV most of his life and has seen all different types of shows come and go, and they always get harkened on about this is the best one. No, this is the best one. No, this is the best one. No, this is the best. They're all damn good. I've got respect for all the actors and the producers and script writers and set designers and you mother fracker. all of the people that put their efforts into all of the TV shows that are out there all deserve the respect.
Yeah.
Regardless if you
it's
like
made it on the air.
Yeah, regardless if you like it or not, and has lasted the whole time as well.
Yeah.
Regardless if you really like it or not, after a couple of episodes, you'll get into anything.
To an extent.
You'll get behind the character because you're watching this continuing story, and you'll think to yourself, I take for example Firefly.
Yes.
Firefly got behind the characters. God damn it, they got behind me. I got behind the characters, and then the TV series was cancelled, and it really bummed me out.
Well, I'm pretty sure. I mean, because did I pass Firefly on to you as a you have to watch this?
I think you did.
Yeah, and I'll admit I came late to Firefly also. I was at I loved Buffy and Angel that much that when Joss Whedon went to do Dollhouse and went to do other stuff, I was like, I'm not interested in any of that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know what? I'll go and check out Firefly. And then I watched it through and I was like, well, where's the rest? And that was when I found out it was already cancelled.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, well, holy shit, I guess I'm buying Firefly box sets for everyone this Christmas to try and get it back on the air again. Unfortunately, that never happened. But yeah, that's a case of really getting into the characters and having something painfully snatched away from me.
Painfully snatch away this motherfucker! Yeah. Oh, my grenade.
Well, Ian, I'm going to change the conversation subject here slightly. But
Okay.
we have been requested to discuss music. Because
Oh, really?
it's something we don't really review at all. Or even discuss. I mean, we appreciate orchestral musical scores in films.
Yeah, yeah.
And we also appreciate cheap synthesized pieces of shit music in films.
Yeah.
Appreciate that too.
Yeah.
But what else do you listen to? What is your go-to chill out album?
Oh, my one go-to album is always Experience Hendrix by Jimi Hendrix. I'm a mad Jimi Hendrix fan. One of the greatest guitarists, lyricalists, whatever you want to call it, I think I've ever come across. His music just makes... It just mellows me out, chills me out, you know, just for shits and giggles. I don't have to listen to some kind of story behind it. You know, even though some of his songs do have stories,
Yeah.
I don't have to really look behind it. But at the same time, I've gotten to the stage in my life now where anything that bobs my head, I really enjoy. You know,
And see, get your foot tapping.
anything that gets my foot tapping. I love my hip hop. I love my rock. You know, I love. Recently I've been listening to a lot of the 36 Chamber of Shaolin by the Wu-Tang Clan, Method Man and Redman, Dr. Dre, the NWA. But then again, I can jump like yesterday morning. I woke up and the first thing I wanted to listen to was the Chemical Brothers. I haven't heard the Chemical Brothers in years.
It's quite a bizarre and interesting mix of music, I have to say.
I jump from all types of things. I was walking to work as well, and all I had in my head at one point was like a knight in shining armor, and I could not think for the life of me why I had that in my head. And then I went home, and I just typed into Google "knight in shining armor," and it came up with the power of love, the glory of love, I think it was, from the Karate Kid 3. And I was just like, man, that's a classic. And I just listened to that song. You know, every now and again, this song would just appear in my head. I'm like, I gotta listen to that. You know?
Yeah.
You know, it's like
just like that. It just comes
just
to
like
you.
that. You know, I love my classical music as well. Like we said when we did a recent review, there was a lot of classical music in that, and it just got me listening to that. You know, Rolling Stones. I love David Bowie, Elton John. God damn you, VC! VC! You know, they don't like music. That's their issue. They don't like music. They're like, we don't like your songs. And, you know, I cover a lot of bases.
Yeah.
Gee, guys,
Yeah.
you missed all the fun.
I guess for me, chill out music.
We would have saved some Charlie for you.
It depends, because I can listen to Metallica and chill out.
Yeah.
At the same time, I guess for me, my real chill out music is I like a bit of Mike Oldfield.
Yeah.
A bit of Enya, even some Enigma.
Nice.
Sort of very, very chilled out, sort of, I don't know, relaxing therapy sort of music almost. But for me, most of my music choices is gonna. I don't want to play to the stereotype, but it's hard rock.
Yeah, you are a hard rocker.
Yeah.
You've always been like that. But I've always said to you, you gotta get in touch with you gotta get really listen inside. Everyone can't. I've just got my head blown off.
I can listen and appreciate most types of music after about 4 pints of whatever.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I can tap my foot to anything.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know,
If we'd known
the
you
song's
were
really gotta.
Charlie for you.
See, I don't want to sound bad, but it's like baby metal.
Yeah.
You know, I can appreciate baby metal, but it does after a while sound like they're just repeating the last.
I think it's just horribly gimmicky, and I can't really seeing it. I can't really see anyone sticking to enjoying baby metal for a long for the duration.
Well, don't get me wrong. I mean, you got to come from that aspect. They're very big in Asia.
I think it exists now only because that niche just seems to be there because there was no.
There was nothing like that before.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yeah, okay, I can understand and appreciate that a lot of people would like it, but for me, it does start to grain on me after a while when I listen to the first song and then maybe a second song comes on and I'm like, okay, they do sound different, but it does sound like they are repeating themselves again like they did in the last song and the song before that.
Yeah.
You know?
It aggravates me.
I
After the dumbfounded bewilderment of discovering it,
motherfucker.
that was my reaction.
Motherfucker, you showed
Well,
me
you know,
something.
it's been pleasant staying here and watching you die over and over again.
I've
but
just got to get to the escape route.
I am out of here. And before I go, I just want to say thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for listening. Ian will be back next Saturday on
Yeah,
his
okay.
own, because I don't think I'm coming back to this, Ian. This shit fest. You know, you're just dying over and over.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You want to call on that? Oh, okay.
Oh shit! Now
Now
you've
you've
done
done it. Dying over and over again. Yeah, let's just go watch an Alien Isolation playthrough, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just see how many times.
Hey,
we
there's
can,
at least 3 of those videos in there in the 20 odd that I don't die.
Yep. Man, I have gone through the Nam. I've gone through the Arctic. I've gone through cities filled with gangsters. You barely made it through a derelict ship, and all you had to worry about was one alien.
No, there was more. Spoiler. Okay, everyone. You can find us on Facebook, on Twitter, and Patreon. All of the links are in the description below. Film reviews on Thursdays, gaming on Friday, and Ian next Saturday. Thanks for watching.